Have you ever wished your AI coding assistant could just read your mind? Well, we're not quite there yet, but we're about to get really, really close. Today, we're diving into a concept called total context awareness, based on a super insightful article by Eyvind Kjosbakken. Let's get into how you can turn your AI from just another tool into a real partner.
You know the feeling, right? You ask your AI for some help with your code, and it spits back this super generic, totally useless answer that has nothing to do with your actual project. It's frustrating, and it happens to all of us. And, well, it turns out there's a very clear reason for it.
And that reason is context, or more accurately, the complete lack of it. See, your AI fails because it's working in a total vacuum. It doesn't know your code base, it doesn't know your project history, it doesn't know your notes, it's missing the one thing it needs to actually be helpful.
This is what the source material we're looking at calls the AI context problem. Without that bigger picture, your AI is basically just a fancy search engine, and honestly, not always a very good one.
I mean, this slide just nails the comparison. Think about it. An AI with no context is like a brand new employee on day one. They can't really do much because they don't know anything. But an AI with context, that's like a seasoned team member who's been with you for years. They know the project inside and out, and they give you solutions that are actually valuable.
So what's the fix? Well, it's not just about giving it a little more information here and there. The author suggests something much more radical, achieving what he calls total context awareness.
And Kjosbakken really hits the nail on the head here. He says you should store all your information because it saves you time and it makes your AI agents more efficient. That's the whole idea in a nutshell. You just get into the habit of saving everything, and the payoff is huge. First, it saves you a ton of time. And second, it gives your AI the fuel it needs to become seriously powerful.
Okay, so this sounds amazing, but how do we actually pull it off? You might think it's super complicated, but the article breaks it down into a really simple two-step process.
Yep, it really is that straightforward. Step 1, store everything. Step 2, make it all accessible to your AI. Let's dig into what that actually looks like. All right, step 1 is all about creating your personal knowledge vault. The idea is to have one single master folder on your computer that holds everything, your code, PDFs, meeting notes, even transcribed voice memos. The author even mentions using tools like MacWhisper to just talk out your ideas and save them instantly. And get this, he claims this one habit saves him 4 hours a week. That's a pretty big deal.
Now for step 2, opening the vault. You have to give your AI a key to this master folder. The article points to Claude Code, which does something really interesting. Instead of using complex vector searches, it just uses simple old-school bash commands to search through your files. And according to Anthropic, this method actually gives much higher quality, more relevant results, even if it takes a little longer.
This table breaks down the big trade-off perfectly. It's all about quality versus speed. If you need a really deep, thoughtful search where you want the absolute best answer, Claude Code and its bash method is the way to go. But if you just need to find something fast, like a function name you've forgotten, then tools like Warp Terminal or Cursor are going to be way better because they index everything for instant results. It's all about picking the right tool for the task at hand.
Now, before you run off and give an AI the keys to your entire digital life, there is a huge, massive catch we need to talk about. This amazing power comes with some serious responsibility, which brings us to the security trade-off.
Letting an AI see everything is incredibly powerful, no doubt. But it's definitely not risk-free. So what exactly are the dangers we need to be thinking about here?
So here's the scary part. All of your local data is being sent over to a cloud provider like Anthropic or OpenAI. That means you could accidentally expose really sensitive stuff like API keys buried deep in a config file. The article gives a big warning about using any kind of auto-approval feature. Yeah, it's faster, but it also means the AI could just start digging through files you would never, ever want it to see. It's a constant balancing act between making things easy and keeping things safe.
But, and this is a big but, if you can manage that security risk carefully, the reward is enormous. You're not just improving a tool, you're creating a whole new thing entirely, a true AI super assistant.
And that's the real transformation, isn't it? You take your AI from being this generic tool that forgets everything the second you close the window to a personalized partner that actually has a memory. It understands your project's history, it can give you insights that were just impossible before. This completely changes your relationship with AI.
So this all leads us to one final, really big question. The technology to create an AI that truly gets you and your work is already here, but it requires trust. It requires you to give it access. The question is no longer, can we do this, but should we? And more importantly, how much access are you willing to give?